Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Crown College in Minneapolis. It is day 2 of the NCCAA Men's Division II National Basketball Championship. I'm Justin Barrientos along with you here on the NCCAA Network, and we will begin today with a matchup between the number 6 Campbellsville Harrodsburg Pioneers and the number 7 Bob Jones Bruins. And let's meet our starting lineups, beginning with the number 7 Bob Jones Bruins. They will start number 3, Trevor Brunson, a 6'6 senior forward from Ramseur, North Carolina. Number 4, Trevor Pittman, a 6'1 freshman guard from Anderson, South Carolina. Number 21, Chad Vanderhart, a 6'5 junior forward from Runnels, Iowa. Number 22, Devin Pope, a 6'3 senior forward from Augusta, Georgia. And number 33, Braxton Murray, a 6'5 freshman forward from Columbia, South Carolina. The Bruins are from Greenville, South Carolina. They are coached by Burton Uaro, who's in his 8th season with Bob Jones, a record of 113-89. The Bruins have a record of 14-7 after yesterday's loss. The Campbellsville University Harrodsburg Pioneers will start number 12, Elijah Fry, a 6'2 senior guard from Stanford, Kentucky. Number 13, Jeremiah Williamson, a 6'5 senior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Number 15, Warner Bryan, a 5'7 senior forward from New Haven, Kentucky. Number 23, Sebastian Dixon, a 6'3 senior guard from Mount Olivet, Kentucky. And number 24, Ethan Bailey, a 6'3 senior guard from Richmond, Kentucky. The Pioneers are coached by Austin Sparrow. He's in his 6th season with the Pioneers, record of 92-73. Pioneers from Harrodsburg, Kentucky are 15-10 heading into today's contest. They're also heading into today's contest a little bit banged up. From what we understand, Jamarian Gaines, who was injured towards the end of yesterday's game against Manhattan Christian, he is out and he is in street clothes on the bench. We also understand that Elijah Fry, who is in the starting lineup, will be limited in minutes. He's also banged up, so it's unknown exactly how much he will be able to play. Scored 14 points, was the leading scorer for the Pioneers in yesterday's game, so we'll see how much he is able to contribute to today's game. Now, you may wonder what's at stake here. Well, there's a place in the 5th place game tomorrow, and of course, the team that does not win today is done in the tournament, so their season would be over. So we're playing for one more game here today. Bob Jones nearly came away with the upset in the first game yesterday of this tournament. They took Spurgeon to the wire and ended up losing by just 2 points, 99-97 yesterday. Campbellsville Harrodsburg also was a close game against Manhattan Christian. They lost that one 72-69. Here's an opening 3 by Devin Pope of Bob Jones. And we are underway, 3-0 Bruins right away at the start. Pioneers have Elijah Fry at the point. We may see some players that we didn't see in yesterday's game, and also players that don't see a lot of minutes otherwise on the court. As we said, the whole team is really kind of banged up heading into today's contest. But make no mistake, they still want to play one more game tomorrow in the 5th place game. Tried for a give and go. Murray just couldn't find the lane for Pope. And a turnover for Bob Jones. Basket underneath is good. Jeremiah Williamson with the bucket. And the Pioneers are on the board. It's a 1-point lead for the Bruins. Bob Jones yesterday led by Devin Dean. He had 19 points. He is sometimes a starter. Not starting today. Didn't start yesterday either, but was a big spark plug off the bench. There's a miss by Brunson. And now the Pioneers will head up court. Here's Warner Bryan. Bryan had to leave yesterday's game for a little while with an injury. Jump ball is the call, and possession arrow is with the Pioneers. .1840 remaining here in the first half. There'll be 19 seconds on the shot clock for the Pioneers as they inbound. Dixon inbounds to Bryan. Bryan with the bounce pass looking for Williamson. Now in the corner, Dixon. Dixon driving in a big block. Braxton Murray swats that one out of the arena. And the Pioneers will inbound once again. Now 11 seconds to shoot. Dixon again to inbound. Goes up top, looking for Williamson. Now over to Fry. Fry stops, 4 seconds to shoot, and Pope got into the passing lane, knocks that away. Here's Shad Vanderhart for the layup try, doesn't go, but Dixon sprinting down court gets the rebound for the Pioneers. Inside Bryan, pump fake, triple teamed, and then gets it out up top. Three-pointer didn't go for Bailey, and a rebound for Braxton Murray. Bob Jones yesterday had 4 players get in double figures, scoring 97 points against Spurgeon. 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Murray underneath, and Murray gets that one to go. First points for Braxton Murray. Dixon for 3. And that's over the basket. Warner Bryan there for the rebound. Bailey gets it over to Williamson. And then Fry. 9 seconds to shoot. Fry driving through the lane. In traffic, kicks it out. Three-pointer doesn't go for Bailey. And a foul on the rebound. And the foul is on Shad Vanderhart. It's going to be the first on Vanderhart. First team foul for the Bruins. Warner Bryan goes to the free throw line. And Bryan misses the first. Get a substitution here for the Pioneers. Nakier Joyce, number 0, will come in for Dixon. Warner Bryan 72% from the free throw line prior to this tournament. He gets 1 of 2. And gets his first points of the game. Underneath, Murray working hard to get the basket. Braxton Murray now with 4 points for the Bruins. And that's intercepted. Great play by Devin Pope. And then the follow with the basket. Trevor Pittman with the bucket. And now 9-3 Bob Jones. We get a full timeout called with 16:36 remaining here in the first half. We'll talk a little bit about Bob Jones with this 9-3 lead. Their head coach, Burton Uaro, South Region Coach of the Year. Devin Pope, South Region Player of the Year, also the All-Region First Team member. Shad Vanderhart and Trevor Brunson were All-Region Second Team. Braxton Murray, Region Freshman of the Year, also on the All-Freshman team. Justin Skelton and Drew Cannon were also named to the All-Freshman team in the South Region. Talked a little about Devin Dean. He hasn't seen action yet, but he has checked in and will go on the court the next time that the Bruins take the court. He started out his career with Bob Jones, transferred to Piedmont for 2 years, still had 1 more year of eligibility with the COVID year, and came back to help Bob Jones to a region championship. And he's looking to extend his career 1 more game. Number 10, Devin Dean, ended up scoring 19 in yesterday's loss to Spurgeon. Hoping to give Bob Jones a little extra offense here as they lead 9-3. Nakier Joyce at the point for Campbellsville, Harrodsburg. Elijah Fry driving. Bryan at the free throw line. May have been deflected as Pope came over to try to block. Here's a three put up by Bailey, doesn't go. And a rebound for Devin Dean. Slim pass inside from Tostados Pouncey, who checked in during the timeout. And a basket inside Devin Pope. That's 5 today for Devin Pope. Inside, Bryan, short. And that's knocked out of bounds by Pope. It'll stay with the Pioneers. They will go to the bench. Number 14, Colton Ralston will check in. And number 22, Evan Frederick will also come in. So Fry and Bryan head to the bench. Frederick was one of 3 Pioneers scoring 10-plus points yesterday. He had 12 points in the loss to Manhattan Christian. Bob Jones with the ball after the miss. 11-3, the lead for the Bruins. Brunson stops up top, Pouncey. Now to Pope. Inside Murray. And a little cut to the basket. And battered and bruised. We'll go to the free throw line with Devin Pope. Foul is called on Colton Ralston. That's his first team foul. And now Devin Pope to the free throw line. Pope, 85.7% free throw shooter coming into the tournament. Knocks down the first. Number 15, Josh Dorsey checking in for Bob Jones. And number 1, Chivian Ashby in for the Pioneers. Pope, one more foul shot, good. And Pope with 7 points here in the first half for Bob Jones. This is Ralston down court. Good ball movement, open player is Ashby, misses the 3 in the corner. Here's Devin Dean, bounce pass to Brunson underneath, deflection. And the loose ball pickup for the Pioneers. Underneath, high off the glass, miss by Joyce. Second opportunity good for Ralston. Joyce went down to the court and into the wall. He was looking for a foul call, didn't get it. Nearly comes away with the steal on the floor. And that was picked up by Dorsey. Pope off the glass and good. 9 for Devin Pope. Frederick in the corner for the Pioneers. Ashby up top for Ralston. That's 4 for Colton Ralston. Corner 3 try by Pouncey. Tostados Pouncey. First basket for Pouncey in today's game. Pouncey on the season, 30% from three-point range. There's a three-pointer. Ralston doesn't go. And Devin Dean there to grab the loose ball rebound. Intercepted by Nakir Joyce. And Joyce with the trailer and Frederick, who's just off the mark on the layup. Pouncey throws it up court to Brunson. And we'll get a little contact foul on Colton Ralston. That's going to be his second, team second for the Pioneers. Landon Elmore, number 11, coming in for the Pioneers, in for Williamson. And Ralston, for the moment, will stay on the court with 2 fouls. Here's a 3 by Pouncey, same spot where he hit the other one. Just off the mark this time. Joyce down court and blocked. Josh Dorsey. able to swat that out of bounds. 11-point lead for Bob Jones, 12:55 remaining here in the first half. Frederick gives it back to Ralston. And now through the lane, Ashby with the layup. Brunson for three. Trevor Brunson with his first basket today. Brunson had 14 yesterday for Bob Jones. Ralston fakes the three, got Dean off his feet, and then moves closer for the two. 6 points for Colton Ralston. Pouncey calling for a screen. Got the separation. Brunson through the lane, off the glass, misses, and a rebound for Elmore. There's Ashby. Up top, Frederick. And then to Joyce. Joyce will take a look. Frederick cutting to the basket, went up for the dunk and was blocked. He'll go to the line though for two. Too much contact from Trevor Brunson. It's the first foul on Brunson, second foul on the Bruins. Take a look at this again. Pass inside and coming over with the contact was Brunson. Frederick misses the first free throw. Chad Vanderhart, number 21, checking in for the Bruins. Braden Smith, number 3, in for the Pioneers. One more for Frederick. And Frederick gets his first point of the game. Devin Dean through the lane, blocked by Frederick, hassled by Smith. Kicks it out. Dorsey for three, doesn't go. Dean gets the loose ball. Frederick with the swat. And then Joyce with the loose ball pickup. Underneath, Ashby feeding Elmore for the basket. And the Pioneers now down by just 7. 11:05 left to go first half. Spinning around, Pouncey in the lane, blocked by Smith. And then Frederick grabs the loose ball. Braden Smith, wide open look for a three. Braden Smith with his first points of the night. Braden Smith had 3 3-pointers in yesterday's game against Manhattan Christian. It's his first today. Now just a 4-point lead. Brunson for three, make it 7. Brunson with his second 3 of the night. 10-12 left to go here in the first half. Around the perimeter, now inside Frederick, back up top. Joyce finding Smith again, open for 3, and that bounces out. Trevor Brunson with the rebound. And we get a push foul on the way up the court. This was underneath the basket. And the foul is on Frederick. That is going to be the first on Frederick. 3rd team foul for the Pioneers. And we're going to get some foul shots here for Chad Vanderhart. And Vanderhart hits the first free throw. One more for Vanderhart. And Chad Vanderhart gets both of the free throws. Bruins will have the ball, and it looks like they're not going to stop for our 10-minute timeout. Play resumes, 9:55 left to play here in the first half. Number 4, Trevor Pittman in the lineup again for the Bruins. Murray stops, back to Pittman. Number 2, Brandon Wilkins, also in the lineup for Bob Jones. And that's going to be a travel. Trevor Pittman turns it over. That is the 5th turnover for the Bruins. The Pioneers will inbound. Braden Smith inbounding to Joyce, who will run the point. Number 25, Jacob Tucker in the game for the Pioneers. Tucker with the ball fake, driving. Baseline, finds Smith. And Braden Smith with his second 3 of the game. That cuts the Bob Jones lead to 6. Devin Dean to Murray. And now Wilkins. Wilkins went baseline, up top to Dean. Out of bounds. Turnover for Bob Jones. Second consecutive turnover here for Bob Jones. And it'll be Pioneer basketball. Frederick comes back in for the Pioneers. Braden Smith stopped. Three-pointer by Tucker doesn't go. Frederick with the rebound. Blocked from behind by Murray, but again, too much contact and a foul called. But it wasn't Murray that picked up the foul. It's Trevor Pittman. His first, team third. So Pittman with the contact before Murray's block. That'll send Evan Frederick to the free throw line. 1 of 2 so far today from the free throw line. Frederick hits the first one here. One more for Frederick. And Frederick knocks down both free throws. 3 points here for Frederick in today's ball game as number 15, Warner Bryan, set to check in. At Truett Seminary's Faith and Sports Institute, Christian leaders in sports are equipped through theological education, practical training, and useful resources. You can join an online or residential graduate degree program, gain continuing education certificates, and participate in character and leadership practicums. Start your journey today at baylor.edu/truett/FSI. A foul inside as Devin Pope was going in for a layup. Warner Bryan picking up the foul, his first, team 4th. And Devin Pope with 2 free throws. Pope now 3 for 3 from the foul line and the first player to double digits. 10 points for Devin Pope. He had 18 yesterday. One more foul shot for Pope. And Pope converts. That's 11 today for Devin Pope. Also 3 assists and a steal in today's game. And speaking of steals, there's Shad Vanderhart getting the steal for Bob Jones. And I think we had a clock issue as the referees come in to stop play and right away go to the scoreboard operator. 28-22 is the score, but I don't think that's what the referees are looking at. So they take 3 seconds off the clock. Now 8:24 remaining here in the first half. And they're going to put 7 seconds on the shot clock. So 27 to shoot here for Bob Jones. Devin Pope takes the inbound pass. It's over to Trevor Pittman. Inside looking for Murray. Back up top for Pittman. Murray in trouble. And a three. Good for Brandon Wilkins. He hit the deck and was hoping for a whistle. Pass and a dunk. Jacob Tucker. And we'll get a timeout here with 7:58 remaining in the first half. A 30-second timeout coming up as Bob Jones leads this one 31-24. Talk a little bit about Campbellsville, Harrodsburg. They have 6 seniors who are playing for one more game today. Nakir Joyce, Elijah Fry, Warner Bryan, Jeremiah Williamson, Ethan Bailey, and Sebastian Dixon. All have done their part during their basketball playing careers. Campbellsville University Harrodsburg expresses their deepest gratitude to those 6 seniors for their years of dedication and hard work. Their presence on the court will be missed after this season, but their legacy will endure. They've been great role models within the university and the community, contributing to academics, community service, team unity, and setting the foundation for future generations of Campbellsville Harrodsburg Pioneers. Hoping to extend that by one more day, getting to tomorrow's Championship Saturday. There's a drive inside by Wilkins. The miss. And the Pioneers with a chance to chip away at this 7-point lead. Bryan up top. Braden Smith for 3. Third 3 of the day for Braden Smith. Braden Smith, a junior, hoping to extend the season by one more game. Chad Vanderhart had it stripped away, but Devin Pope picks up the ball, or Braxton Murray picking up the bucket. And underneath, that's Nakir Joyce. First points of the game for Nakir Joyce. 7 minutes left to go, first half. 4-point lead for Bob Jones. If we've learned something through the first day of competition, no lead is safe. We've seen leads just evaporate throughout this tournament. Chad Vanderhart missing underneath for Bob Jones. There's a pull-up jumper and free throws upcoming for Landon Elmore. Foul is called on Braxton Murray. That's going to be his first, team 4th. And Landon Elmore to the free throw line. Landon Elmore only attempting 40 free throws prior to this tournament, 90% free throw shooter. And he gets the first to go here. Number 11, Justin Skelton, will check in for Bob Jones. We'll give Wilkins a rest. One more for Landon Elmore. And Elmore good on both of his free throws. Number 4, Trey McElmont will come in for the Pioneers. Saw him a little bit in yesterday's game against Manhattan Christian. And a foul called on Smith. A little too tight of defense on Skelton. It's going to be the first on Smith, 5th team foul for the Pioneers. Bob Jones has led this entire first half, but the Pioneers making their way back, down by 4 now after the basket by Pope. That's 13 for Devin Pope. Braden Smith for 3, and that one just a little long. Pope with the rebound. First rebound of the day for Devin Pope. Pope fadeaway, short, maybe blocked a little bit. Frederick moving up court, nearly traveled, but found the trailer in Smith. Down court for Tucker. Smith back to Tucker. And that's off the side of the backboard, out of bounds, and last touched by Braxton Murray. Trevor Brunson, number 3, will check in for Bob Jones. Ashby will return for the Pioneers. "15 seconds to shoot for the Pioneers as they inbound. Smith kicked by Pittman and out of bounds. And so that actually works out in the Pioneers' favor. The shot clock reset to 20 after the kick. Joyce fires over to Smith. McElmont a little too high that time for Ashby, and an unforced error for the Pioneers. That's the 4th turnover for the Pioneers today. Pope looking to feed Skelton, but Smith got in the way. Now a 3 by Pope, long. Vanderhart with the rebound. Brunson will take a 3. That's long. And the loose ball pickup by Joyce. Nakir Joyce, a little problem getting control of the ball, but gets it across the timeline to Frederick. Under 5 to play, and a travel by Frederick. Turnover for the Pioneers. That's turnover number 6. Pouncey at the point for Bob Jones. Now Vanderhart. Vanderhart spinning around inside through 2 players on the baseline. And Shad Vanderhart with his first field goal today. That's 4 points. Inside, Frederick off the glass and good. And that's 5 for Evan Frederick. Vanderhart thought about driving. Frederick steps into the lane. Denied that chance. Skelton with the bucket. That's the first basket for Justin Skelton in this tournament. And now a 6-point lead for Bob Jones. Vanderhart nearly knocked it away, but Smith there to get the ball back for the Pioneers. Frederick with the hesitation basket. And that's 7 for Evan Frederick. 3:22 remaining here in the first half. Frederick goes for the block, called for the foul. Well, nope. Frederick's block was clean, but the foul called on McElmont. And that's the first for him, 6th team foul for the Pioneers. On the line is Brunson. And Brunson missing the first free throw. Landon Elmore, Jeremiah Williamson, and Jacob Tucker all in for the Pioneers. Devin Dean returning for Bob Jones. And the second free throw good this time for Brunson. Brunson now 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Tipped by Skelton, taken by Vanderhart. Vanderhart trying to win the race down court. And we'll get a whistle on Joyce. That is the first foul on Joyce, 7th team foul on the Pioneers. On the line, Vanderhart. Chad Vanderhart now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. One more foul shot. And Vanderhart knocking down his free throws. 6 points overall for Vanderhart. And back to a 7-point lead for the Bruins. 3 minutes left to go, first half. Through the lane, Ashby with the bucket. Devin Dean to Skelton. Skelton pull-up jumper doesn't go. And a rebound for Elmore. Out of bounds, and that will stay with the Pioneers. Number 25, Drew Cannon, in for Bob Jones. Pioneers inbounding. That's into Williamson. Lost the handle for a second, kicks it back out. Tucker misses the distance shot, and a jump ball. Possession arrow with the Bruins. 2:16 remaining here in the first half. Around the perimeter, here's Devin Dean. Shot clock winding down, deflected into the hands of Pouncey, misses, and a rebound for Williamson. Off to the races, Joyce had a trailer and Ashby couldn't find him. Brunson on the other end, offensive foul. Second foul on Brunson, 5th team foul for the Bruins. Colton Ralston checking back in for the Pioneers. "90 seconds remain here in the first half. Ralston to Joyce. And that deflected into the hands of Dean. Here's Cannon underneath. Cannon misses, and a rebound for Williamson. And then nearly stolen away by Pouncey. And that will stay with the Pioneers. Devin Pope will check back in for Bob Jones. 1:13 to go. Jacob Tucker across the timeline. Over to Joyce. And then off the hands of Tucker, and another unforced error for the Pioneers. It's 9 turnovers for Campbellsville Harrodsburg. 5-point lead for Bob Jones, 1:04 to go. Justatus Pouncey with the ball. Vanderhart with the ball fake. Got the defense off their feet and patient enough to get the basket. That is 8 for Vanderhart. Williamson takes the power dribble. Back up top. Joyce, top of the key pass. And the basket good for Elmore. 6 here in the first half for Landon Elmore. Shot clock is off, and Bob Jones will look to hold for the final shot of the half if they can. Pouncey watching the offense unfold. Pope, top of the key, inside. Devin Dean, pump fake, misses. Battle for the rebound, won by Elmore. Here's Ralston, and just got the shot off. It would have been a 2-pointer, but bounces around the cage and falls out. Bob Jones will take a 5 or 6-point lead into the locker room as we take a break for halftime. You are watching the NCCAA Network.
Grace Christian University offers more than a Bible-centered education. Grace is also passionate about athletics. We have 16 sports teams that compete at a high level in the National Christian College Athletic Association. At Grace, our athletes hold 3 core values: work hard, value others, and glorify God. With great coaches, mentors, and a compassionate community of supportive student fans, our athletic programs can enhance your college experience while you earn a quality Christian education.
Making the right choice about college begins with parents asking the right questions about college. At boyscollege.com/questions, you will learn the 9 issues Christian parents need to consider. Go to boyscollege.com/questions. A lifetime of faithfulness in preaching, in teaching, in discipling, and in counseling begins with an education that is trusted for truth. Find the theological degree that best fits your ministry goals at sbts.edu/faithful.
It's now time for the NCCAA Plays of the Month. At number 5, it's Katie Atkins with a walk-off single for the University of Fort Lauderdale.
They're hot waves as they ended the season. Crowd starting to warm up. Katie Atkins, that ball may drop, and it does! Katie Atkins with the game-winning hit as the University of Fort Lauderdale Eagles Sweep Weber!
At number 4, Carter Stoltzfus and Ian Rosh with the incredible hustle play for Grace College.
Hustle play finds Rosh for the jam! What a play by Carter Stoltzfus! Unbelievable from the senior.
At number 3, Larson Lott with the incredible concentration to make the catch in foul territory.
This region. Ochoa pops it up and hanging with it. Behind the plate is Larson Lott, one of the plays of the day. He lunges and grabs hold of it for out number 1.
At number 2, Elijah Burns elevates and detonates for the University of Northwestern.
Jay Diamori with the ball moments to go. Burns a great ball fake
and a hammer!
Woo! Fire me up, Elijah Burns.
And at number 1, Miriam Binkin with back-to-back blocks for Faith Baptist Bible College.
Grace Christian University offers more than a Bible-centered education. Grace is also passionate about athletics. We have 16 sports teams that compete at a high level in the National Christian College Athletic Association. At Grace, our athletes hold 3 core values: work hard, value others, and glorify God. With great coaches, mentors, and a compassionate community of supportive student fans, our athletic programs can enhance your college experience while you earn a quality Christian education.
Making the right choice about college begins with parents asking the right questions about college. At boyscollege.com/questions, you will learn the 9 issues Christian parents need to consider. Go to boyscollege.com/questions. A lifetime of faithfulness in preaching, in teaching, in discipling, and in counseling begins with an education that is trusted for truth. Find the theological degree that best fits your ministry goals at sbts.edu/faithful.
we have another close one to begin day 2 of the 2025 NCCAA Men's Division II National Basketball Championship. Justin Barrientos along with you here on the NCCAA Network. Bob Jones leading the Campbellsville Harrodsburg Pioneers 44-39 at the end of the first half. And Bob Jones has led this one wire to wire so far. They've had a lead of 12 points, and Campbellsville Harrodsburg has battled back in this one to get close, but hasn't been able to get over that hump yet and get their first lead of the game. Take a look at some of the stats here, and as you see, the three-point shooting is obviously in favor of Bob Jones. I mean, right now 55.6%, 5 of 9 from three-point range, while the Pioneers have only shot 3 of 14, 21.4%. But then you have the rebound total, and the Pioneers lead in that one, 23-13. You got a lot more bench points from the Pioneers, as we had heard at the top. They would be playing a lot of players, maybe a lot of guys that hadn't seen a whole lot of minutes this season. 36 points from their bench compared to just 8 points from the Bob Jones bench. Points in the paint are equal at 18 apiece. Fast break points, Campbellsville Harrodsburg leading in that one 10-4. Turnovers are equal-ish. 9 turnovers for the Pioneers, 6 turnovers for Bob Jones. Leading scorer so far in the game is Devin Pope of Bob Jones. He has 13 points. He also has a rebound, 3 assists, and a steal. Devin Dean, the leading rebounder for Bob Jones, he's been scoreless in the first half, but 6 rebounds coming from Devin Dean in 11 minutes out on the floor. For Campbellsville Harrodsburg, they don't have a player in double figures yet, but Braden Smith knocked down 3 three-pointers. He's 3 of 5 from distance, so 9 points overall. He's added an assist to that total. Evan Frederick has been a force in the paint with 7 points, also 3 of 4 from the foul line, 2 rebounds for Frederick. But Campbellsville Harrodsburg also being led in rebounds by one of their reserves, as Landon Elmore, 6 points and 5 rebounds in just 10 minutes on the floor for Campbellsville Harrodsburg. So we'll see what we get in the second half. Obviously, Bob Jones has the momentum, up by 5, but the Pioneers have been battling back all game long and trying to use some of that bruised and battered lineup to propel them to one more game tomorrow for Championship Saturday. We will take a break, and we'll be back with second half action in just a little while. You are watching the NCCAA Network. A place in tomorrow's fifth place game is on the line here from Crown College, in Minneapolis. Tomorrow we will have 3 games for you. The fifth place game begins at 12:30 p.m. Our third place game is at approximately 2:45 p.m. And then our national championship game will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow to round out this year's NCCAA Division II Men's National Basketball Championship. 44-39, Bob Jones leads this one as we head into the second half. Of course, the team that loses this game will be done for this season. We'll look ahead to next season. That's the same with our next game coming up at approximately 2:45. Our next game features number 5 Grace Christian taking on number 8 Champion Christian. Hope you can join us for that game as well. Second of 4 games total that we have today here on the NCCAA network. Here's a 3 put up and off the mark by Ralston, but an offensive rebound and putback for Ashby. 6 points today for Ashby, and now just a 3-point lead for Bob Jones. There's a steal. Nakir Joyce with the steal, and the layup is good. And a quick 4-0 run by the Pioneers to start this second half has shrunk the Bob Jones lead to 1 point. Devin Pope through the top of the key. Pope turnaround jumper is good. Pope picking up where he left off in the first half. 13 points in the first half, now 15 points overall. Warner Bryan tried to dump it off into the paint, but eventually stolen away by Brunson. There's Pope out on the right wing. Pittman for 3, and that hits the front rim, and a rebound for Warner Bryan. Warner Bryan now with 3 rebounds in the game for the Pioneers. There's a miss by Ralston. Intercepted, but then out of bounds goes Joyce. Initially, the referees signaled Pioneer ball, but then a little surprised look on the face by Joyce made the referee say, no. He took that out of bounds, and it's actually Bruin basketball. Underneath, Vanderhart going up for the layup, fouled. Landon Elmore picking up the foul, his first team foul. And on the line, Shad Vanderhart, 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the first half. And Vanderhart knocks down the first. Vanderhart doing the job on the free throw line today. He becomes the second Bruin player in double figures. 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 10 points overall. Joyce driving through the top of the key, now backs up, 15 to shoot. Frederick underneath, and that's 9 points for Evan Frederick. Vanderhart underneath. And that's 12 for Vanderhart. Five-point lead for Bob Jones. Intercepted by Vanderhart. Brunson through the lane, off the glass, doesn't go, and a rebound for Elmore. So Elmore playing some expanded minutes today, gets his 7th rebound, and then basket underneath by Frederick. And that is 11 for Evan Frederick. Foul called inside. That will be on Nakir Joyce, his second, team second. Devin Dean will check in for the Bruins. Braden Smith in for the Pioneers. Three-point lead for Bob Jones. They'll inbound. It'll be Pittman inbounding. Murray to Pope. And Pope will go to the free throw line. A push by Ashby. That's the first on Ashby, 3rd team foul for the Pioneers. Devin Pope is 4 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Misses the first here in the second. One more for Pope. And Pope knocks down 1 of 2. 16 today for Devin Pope. It's Braden Smith. Three-pointer good for Ashby. That's 9 for Chivion Ashby. First three-pointer. And now just a 1-point lead for Bob Jones. The Pioneers have brought a big cheering section from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Offensive foul. And the Pioneer fans starting to be vocal. Devin Pope called for the offensive foul, his first team foul. And the Pioneers looking for their first lead of this game. Elmore across half court. Three-pointer hits the back iron for Ashby. Frederick with the offensive rebound, misses underneath, and then taken by Murray. Here's Vanderhart. Vanderhart with the layup. And that's 14 for Shad Vanderhart. Bob Jones now leads by 3. Braden Smith to Frederick. And then the pass to Elmore. Frederick with the assist. Landon Elmore with the bucket. And that's 8 for Landon Elmore. Vanderhart to Dean. Devin Dean looking for his first points today. Won't get them. Colton Ralston with the rebound. Ralston deep 2. And that just off the mark. Vanderhart with the rebound. Devin Dean looking to get closer to the basket. No look pass for Murray. Now Devin Pope. Pope off the glass, misses, but tipped back in. 18 for Pope. And we get a timeout called by the Bruins. This is a 30-second timeout. Bob Jones leading by 3, 14:42 left to go here in the second half. And Devin Pope, 18 points for the Bruins, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Good overall game for Pope. Shad Vanderhart, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. He leads everyone in steals today. Those are the 2 players in double figures for the Bruins, but they've gotten other production as well. Trevor Brunson, 7 points. Braxton Murray, 6 points. And then 3 each from Pouncey and Wilkins, 2 each from Pittman and Skelton. They continue to lead 55-52 and have not surrendered that lead yet. Again, it's that bend but not break. The Pioneers have pulled within 1 a couple of times during this game, but Bob Jones holding on to a wire-to-wire lead. Pioneers will get the ball back. 14:42 left to play here in the second half. Ashby to Ralston across the timeline. Frederick back to Ralston. Cross court, Elmore. Intercepted by Vanderhart. Another steal. Now Pope with the layup. 20 for Devin Pope. And that pass goes off the backboard. And Pope will pick up the loose ball. Devin Dean pushed to the floor. And we'll get a foul called on Tucker. Number 32, Connor Barfield checking in along with Trevor Brunson for the Bruins. As Tucker picks up his first foul, 4th team foul for the Pioneers. Stolen away by Elmore. Dean just got too far under the basket near the baseline. Had to find someone to pass off to. Elmore bluffs the 3. Ralston will take the 3. And an offensive rebound, Frederick. Frederick's pass intended for Elmore goes back up top and picked up by Ashby. Elmore inside. Tucker for 3, and good. Jacob Tucker knocking down the triple. That's 5 here for Tucker. 2-point lead for Bob Jones. Stolen away by Tucker. And Tucker with the layup. 7 consecutive points for Jacob Tucker. And a timeout called by the Pioneers. They take their first lead here, 58-57. Actually, I think it should be 57-57. We'll double check that in just a second, but a timeout on the floor with 13 minutes left to play. Yeah, they just adjusted the game scoreboard. 57-57. It's the first tie of this game that, as we said, Bob Jones has led wire to wire. There's Tucker with the layup that brought us to 57 all. Jacob Tucker seeing some expanded minutes in today's game. Just 8 minutes on the floor, but making his impact. Tucker on the season had seen action in only 2 games. Nope, check that, 15 games. Some of these stats are split. He did not get a start, but played in 15 games, but played sparingly in those 15 games. Only seeing about 8 minutes on the floor. That's usually his average, and that's what he's seen here today. But big impact here in the second half, as we're all tied up at 57. Again, a spot in the 5th place game tomorrow on the line for the victor in this game. Josh Dorsey back in for the Bruins, number 15. "13 minutes remaining. Vanderhart driving the lane, and it pops out. And Vanderhart hits the floor along with Warner Bryan. Both able to pop back up and get down the floor. Joyce Over to Tucker. Inside, Frederick off the glass. And there's the first lead of the day for the Pioneers. 13 for Evan Frederick. Ten seconds to shoot. Out of control was Barfield. Lost the ball. And a turnover for Bob Jones. Joyce over to Tucker. Bryan up top. Frederick near the baseline. Good ball movement and the basket by Tucker. By Evan Frederick. Everybody touched the ball in that possession, and the quick passing found Frederick open under the basket. 15 for Evan Frederick. Spinning through, Shad Vanderhart misses the layup. Warner Bryan with the rebound. Ralston up top. Seven to shoot. And a miss by Joyce. Putback doesn't go, Bryan. And Brunson picks up the loose ball. Brunson down court. And Brunson with the layup. 9 points for Trevor Brunson. And we've come to a timeout here with 10:39 to go in the second half. And with this full timeout, let's take it here. 61-59, the Pioneers lead. You are watching the NCCAA Network. D2 Men's Basketball National Championship gear is available online. Find t-shirts, sweatshirts, pullovers, and more with the option to personalize the design. Shop today at championshipgear.com. 10:39 remaining here in the second half, and the Pioneers have completed the comeback. Bob Jones led by 12 points in the first half, but the Pioneers, again, slowly but surely coming back in this game throughout the first half, and now taking their first lead here in the second half, 61-59. Underneath, Frederick, blocked by Brunson, got it back and puts it back. 17 for Evan Frederick. Pope outside the lane with the jumper. 22 for Devin Pope. Under 10 minutes to play here in the second half. And we'll get a push foul called on Pope. That's his second, team second. on the baseline. That was Jacob Tucker. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Pioneers. I was about to say that they've been very patient in their last couple of possessions, looking for the open player, passing around, trying to get the defense on their heels, but that time a little too patient as they used up all the shot clock and turn it over with a violation. 63-61 Pioneers. Bob Jones now playing from behind, something they haven't done all game long. Here's Pope, step back three, good for Devin Pope. 25 today for Devin Pope. That's his second made three-point shot. He's got a full stat line today, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block to go along with 25 points. And a knock out of bounds there by Braxton Murray. Stops the clock with 8:58 to go. Chivion Ashby checking in for the Pioneers. He'll come in for Tucker, who gets a well-deserved rest. Jacob Tucker, really a spark plug there in that second half. Here's Frederick. And Evan Frederick underneath. 19 for Evan Frederick. Down low, we had a foul called on Ashby. Second foul on Ashby, 5th team foul for the Pioneers. The inbound goes to Dorsey, and Josh Dorsey picks a good time to get his first basket of the game. Now Bob Jones leads by 1. Warner Bryan missing, and a rebound for Murray. And on his way to the basket, Trevor Brunson fouled. Joyce picking up the foul, his 3rd, team 6th. Brunson shooting 2, hits the first. That's 10 points for Trevor Brunson. Landon Elmore checking in for the Pioneers. In for Warner Bryan. One more foul shot for Brunson. And Brunson knocks down both of his free throws. So Braden Smith was called on that last foul. Number 2 for Smith. Nakir Joyce still has 2 fouls. Three-pointer good for Joyce. And that is 7 for Joyce. We are tied at 68. Pope, fadeaway jumper. 27 for Devin Pope. Devin Pope had a career high this season against Warren Wilson, 32 points. He's getting close to that today. Braden Smith for 3. That is 12 for Braden Smith. 4 three-pointers. And a 1-point lead for the Pioneers. Murray left all alone. And he'll have to pass off to Pouncey. They give it to Pope. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Pouncey for three. And that's short. Tracked down by Ashby. Braden Smith. Back to Joyce. Corner three by Ashby doesn't go, and a rebound for Pope. Fourth rebound of the night for Pope. He'll stop. No one around him. Tries to feed Murray underneath. And Braxton Murray with 8. That's the 4th assist for Devin Pope. Really filling out that stat line today. Great performance by Devin Pope. 6 minutes left to play, and a steal by Trevor Brunson. Brunson through the lane. Coast to coast. 13 for Brunson, and a timeout on the floor. 5:50 left to play, and it's a 3-point lead for Bob Jones. This is a full timeout, so that'll give us a chance to preview our next couple of games. Number 5, Grace Christian will take on number 8, Champion Christian. That is following this game, about 20 minutes or so following this game. That's approximately 2:45 today. And then our games to determine who plays in tomorrow's national championship game. The number 2, Spurgeon Knights, will take on number 3, Manhattan Christian in the early game. And our nightcap is a repeat of last year's national championship game. Number 1, North Central, will take on number 4, Crown, to decide which of those teams here from the Minneapolis area will play for another national championship. But we still have 5:50 left to play here in this game that determines who advances to the 5th place game. Devin Pope leading Bob Jones with 27 points, 14 from Shad Vanderhart, and 13 from Trevor Brunson. For the Pioneers, Evan Frederick with 19, Braden Smith with 12. So the possession arrow is in favor of Bob Jones if that comes down to it. 3-point lead for the Bruins. Number 4, Trevor Pittman, and Shad Vanderhart returning during that timeout. Elijah Fry, who we saw for a few minutes in the first half. He had 4 minutes in the first half, returns here in the second half for the Pioneers. As we said, we knew he was going to play limited minutes, but then he was put in the starting lineup. And so we didn't know how much we would see him. Fry with the ball, up top to Smith. Elmore inside for Frederick. Turnaround by Frederick. And a rebound for Josh Dorsey. Brunson watching the offense. Over to Vanderhart. And Vanderhart falling down, gets the pass to Dorsey, trying to beat the shot clock. Josh Dorsey, second basket of the game for Dorsey. And a 5-point lead for the Bruins. There's Fry up court. Braden Smith for 3. And that is the 5th three-pointer for Braden Smith today. Braden Smith 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. Vanderhart through the lane. And Vanderhart will go to the free throw line. Foul is called on Evan Frederick. It's going to be the second foul on Frederick, 7th team foul for the Pioneers, as Vanderhart goes back to the free throw line. That's the first miss of the day for Vanderhart from the free throw line. He was 6 of 6. Pope returns for the Bruins. Ralston returns for the Pioneers. One more foul shot for Shad Vanderhart. And Vanderhart makes that one. 15 points for Vanderhart today. And a 3-point lead for Bob Jones. 4:15 left to play. .15 on the shot clock inside Frederick. He draws the double team, but Frederick finds a way. 21 for Evan Frederick. And that will go out of bounds. And a discussion on whose ball it is. A little disagreement between Pouncey and Joyce. And the referee is still not sure who has possession of the ball. And now they put 21 on the shot clock. That's going to be Bruin basketball. A lot of confusion here. And now Jacob Tucker will check in for the Pioneers. And now all three referees are going to talk this over. And we'll get an official timeout. Well, we need something lighthearted here. You know, for years, scientists, engineers, people of deep thought have wrestled over the question, how many basketballs can fit inside a basket? Now, you should be able to put 2 basketballs side by side through the hoop. But earlier today, when we were watching Campbellsville Harrodsburg warm up, they were able to fit 9 basketballs around the basket area. And I wish we had video of that, but we didn't have our cameras rolling at that point. But there was one that was shoved in between the rim and the backboard, and there were 2 that were at the bottom of the netting that were trapped there. And then filling the rest of the basket were the other ones. We counted 9 basketballs in and around the basket area. So maybe that's our answer. I don't know. I think they could have fit one on the other side. We could have got 10, I think, on there had they kept going. But they wanted to keep practicing instead. It was very funny. All right, 77-76. Bob Jones with the 1-point lead. 3:45 left to go. It is Bruin basketball. There is 21 seconds on the shot clock. And now the Bruins inbound. And that goes to Brunson with the dunk. Trying to put an exclamation point on this game. It's a 3-point lead for Bob Jones. Here's Fry. And Fry misses. Vanderhart with the rebound. And a whistle and a foul on Fry. That will be the first on Elijah Fry. 8th team foul on the Pioneers. Ashby will check back in. He'll come in for Smith. Evan Frederick also returning for the Pioneers. On the line, Trevor Pittman. First free throw opportunity for Pittman today. Misses, and a rebound for Frederick. 8 rebounds now for Evan Frederick. And a quick foul called on Pittman. That's his second, team third. Three minutes left to play. Deflected on the baseline by Pope. Out of bounds, stays with the Pioneers. Frederick takes the inbound pass and drives to the basket and draws the contact. Chad Vanderhart was just trying to get out of the way, but he's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be the second on Vanderhart. Fourth team foul for the Bruins. And now Frederick to the free throw line. Evan Frederick will shoot 2. He's 3 of 4 from the line today. But free throws hard to come by for the Pioneers today. Frederick knocks down the first. Campbellsville, Harrodsburg now 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Bob Jones 15 of 19. Frederick misses the second. He stays at 22 points. And it's a 2-point lead for Bob Jones. Pouncey for 3, and Frederick with the rebound. Through the lane, that one missed by Ashby, loose, and then corralled by Bob Jones. Murray had it poked away from behind, or Pope, excuse me. Brunson up top to Pouncey. Trevor Pittman trying to direct traffic. Pittman picks up the dribble to Pope. Pope through the lane, behind his back, missed. And a rebound for Tucker. Pope wanted that call. He thought he was shoved to the court, and then Pope coming back, able to knock that out of bounds, out of the hands of Ashby. But the Pioneers will keep the ball as Braxton Murray now checks in for Trevor Pittman for Bob Jones. 1:44 left to play. Now Braden Smith will check in. Smith, misses. And then underneath, Ralston goes up for the shot. He's fouled and will go to the line. Big free throws upcoming. Foul is called on Vanderhart. That's his third, team fifth. Ralston with a chance to tie the game with these 2 free throws. And Ralston hits the first. First trip to the free throw line today for Colton Ralston. And now to tie. And Ralston ties us at 79. And that is going to give the Pioneers a chance to sub a couple of players. Ethan Bailey, number 24, Jacob Tucker, number 25, in. That gives Frederick a little breather before we get to real crunch time. 1:40 left to play. And that's kicked out of bounds by Nakier Joyce. Well, we have a little disagreement here with Austin Sparrow, the head coach of the Pioneers, and the referees. I think it's where they inbound the ball, because clearly Joyce kicked it. There's Pope underneath, and offensive foul on Pope. That is the third on Pope, 6th team foul for the Bruins. And now Frederick will come back. 1:24 left to go, still tied at 79. Joyce gives it back to Ralston. And then Joyce across the half-court line. Braden Smith. Ralston to Smith. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bailey, corner 3 is good. Ethan Bailey with his first basket of the game, and it's a three that gives the Pioneers a 3-point lead. Ethan Bailey in the starting lineup today, but hasn't played a whole lot of minutes. He gets the big three, and there's a shove, an offensive foul on Devin Pope. What an unforced error. 4 fouls now on Pope, 7 team fouls, and a 30-second timeout is called on the floor. But what a crazy series of events. Ethan Bailey, who has only played 6 minutes in this game, gets this corner three-pointer. That gives the Pioneers an 82-79 lead. And then on the trip down the floor, Devin Pope just shoved Nikier Joyce. And it's an offensive foul that gives the Pioneers the ball back with the 3-point lead. Evan Frederick, 22 points. Braden Smith, 15, but maybe none more important than that three by Ethan Bailey. .41 seconds to go. Colton Ralston will inbound for the Pioneers. Now a little positioning between Joyce and Pouncey as they wait for the final seconds of the timeout to expire, and now Austin Sparrow still having some words for the officials. Here's the inbound pass to Joyce. Across to Smith. Frederick underneath. 24 for Evan Frederick, and a 5-point lead for the Pioneers. Here's a three by Pope, and Devin Pope calmly knocks down a three. 30 points for Devin Pope. It's a 2-point lead for the Pioneers. So Devin Pope regaining his composure after the offensive foul, knocks down the three, and that's 30 points for Pope, just 2 off his career high. And we have a full timeout called with 26.3 left to go. Pioneers leading this one 84-82. Bob Jones will obviously be going for the steal as the Pioneers inbound. Vanderhart leading everyone in steals today with 5. Pope has 2 steals, Brunson has 2, Pittman has 1, and Devin Dean has a steal. So we'll see who is on the court when the Bruins finish this timeout. If I were guessing, I would see Vanderhart around the ball handler somewhere, because he has been the guy that has been able to get the turnovers. 15 turnovers today for the Pioneers, 13 turnovers for Bob Jones. So you have Vanderhart, Murray, Pope, Brunson, and Pouncey all on the floor for the Bruins. Ralston will inbound, and then you have Smith, Joyce, Bailey, and Frederick on the floor for the Pioneers. Ralston inbounding. And a quick foul by Pouncey. That's the first on Pouncey, 8th team foul for the Bruins. It's still a bonus. And Braden Smith will take this bonus. He has not attempted a free throw yet today. And all of Braden Smith's points have come from three-pointers. 5 3-pointers today for Smith. And short on the free throw, Vanderhart with the rebound. Pope across the timeline, quickly guarded by Joyce. Pope driving, Pope underneath, and the basket is good to tie us at 84. Devin Pope finds Braxton Murray underneath, and we are tied with 15 seconds to go. Murray gets to double figures, 10 points for Braxton Murray. And a big assist by Pope. That's the 5th assist of the game for Pope. And we are tied at 84. "15 seconds left to go. Pioneers will inbound. They have 2 timeouts left. I believe Bob Jones with 1 timeout. Possession arrow is with Bob Jones, so you don't really have to foul here. In fact, the play might be, if you can get around the inbounder and the ball handler, try to tie it up, go for that jump ball, and then you would get the possession arrow. But how much time would you have? That's the other question. Let's see what the coaches draw up on the sidelines here. 15 seconds left to go. Pioneers would have to go the length of the court to score a basket. So Joyce will inbound. Josh Dorsey is checked in for the Bruins. "12 seconds left to go. Ralston over to Smith. Smith for 3 and the win. And we're going to overtime. Braden Smith, 5 of 9 from 3-point range. And we have extra basketball. How fitting is this? An elimination game going to overtime. 84 all, and we'll get 5 more minutes of play in this game. Teams will get a little bit of time here to talk things over. So again, Devin Pope will now have a little bit more time to try to get his career high in points. He has 30 right now. His career high is 32. Trevor Brunson, 15 points for the Bruins. Chad Vanderhart, 15. Braxton Murray, 10. For the Pioneers, Evan Frederick, 24. Braden Smith with 15. These two teams have done battle. Bob Jones, still their biggest lead of the game, was a 12-point lead in that first half. The Pioneers had a 5-point lead late in the second half. Bob Jones able to get the equalizer. And it's 84-84 heading into the overtime period. All right, time to get back on the floor for a spot in the 5th place game tomorrow. Championship Saturday here from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the 2025 NCCAA Men's Division II National Championship in basketball. Braxton Murray will take the tip against Evan Frederick. And the tip is controlled by the Pioneers. Nakir Joyce coming over to the scorer's table to grab that ball before it went out of bounds. Inside for Frederick. That is 26 for Evan Frederick. And the Pioneers take an early 2-point lead here in overtime. Josh Dorsey over to Murray. Brunson in traffic. Reverse layup by Brunson. And that's 17 for Trevor Brunson. Braden Smith over to Bailey, and then back to Smith. Braden Smith, a deep three, and good. 6 3-pointers for Braden Smith in this game. 18 points overall. Brunson stopped. Murray back to Brunson. Vanderhart was calling for it beyond the arc. And then taken by Ethan Bailey. So Ethan Bailey has had a key 3 in this game, and now a key rebound here in overtime. And that's deflected by Vanderhart to Bailey. Bailey back up top to Joyce, and nearly stolen away by Pope. Out of bounds, off of Dorsey. It will remain Pioneer basketball, just 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pioneers have to be aware of the shot clock. And now we get a timeout. So the Pioneers call a timeout with 3:04 to go. It's a full timeout. Let's take that with them. 89-86 Pioneers. You are watching the NCCAA Network. It's Pioneer basketball. 3:05 left in the overtime period. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Colton Ralston will inbound for the Pioneers. Up by 3. Joyce, short, and off the fingertips of Vanderhart. Well, it looked like it was off Vanderhart. It's going to be Bob Jones basketball. 3 minutes to go. The inbound goes to Pope. Pope up top to Brunson. Pope stripped in the lane. Colton Ralston coming over to knock that away. Here's Joyce for 3, turnaround 3, and Braxton Murray with the rebound. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. His foot was on the line. 19 for Trevor Brunson and a 1-point lead for the Pioneers. The referee was right on that to see that Brunson's foot was on the line. Cross-court pass for Joyce. Smith for 3, short, and Dorsey with the rebound. Brunson through the lane, and Smith with the steal. Smith sidesteps Vanderhart. Bailey for 3, and that's short. Dorsey with the rebound. Here's Pope, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Joyce, who hit the floor in a heap. It'll be 2 shots for Pope as Joyce picks up his 3rd personal, 9th team foul. Pope misses the first. Number 4, Trevor Pittman coming in for Bob Jones. Jacob Tucker, number 25, in for the Pioneers. One more foul shot for Pope. And Pope knocks down one of two. 31 today for Devin Pope. We're tied at 89. Joyce to Smith. Smith looking to feed inside, and it's stolen away by Josh Dorsey. Dorsey to Devin Pope. Pope driving off the glass and good. And a new career high for Devin Pope. 33 points, and he gives Bob Jones a 2-point lead with 1:05 left to play. Timeout, and it is a full timeout on the floor with 1:05 to go. Let's take a look at this again as Pope takes the feed and takes the ball to the rack, off the glass, and good. And Devin Pope has now scored 33 points. As we said, his career high was against Warren Wilson College, 32 points. So congratulations to Pope, exceeding his career high, the senior from Augusta, Georgia, in this elimination game, trying to propel his team to the 5th place game tomorrow. Pope has 33 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And he's done a lot of that with 4 fouls. So he's played very much in control late second half and here in the overtime period. 91-89, Bob Jones with the lead. And I believe both sides have 1 timeout apiece. Let's wait as the referees, one timeout for the Pioneers and 1 timeout for Bob Jones. 1:05 left to play. Jacob Tucker will go inbound for the Pioneers. He finds Joyce. Under a minute to go. Braden Smith looking to Frederick. Back to Braden Smith. Smith driving in, then kicks it out to Bailey. Bailey will get it back to Joyce. And Joyce blocked and then out of bounds, and it will stay with the Pioneers. Jacob Tucker will inbound. 43.5 to go, 9 seconds on the shot clock, and that's deflected by Murray. And he's able to save it. And then it's deflected out of bounds, and this is Bob Jones basketball with 41.1 to go. What a play by Braxton Murray. And by the way, stay with us for the end of the game. When the game goes final, we'll have our play of the game. That might be one of the candidates for play of the game, as Murray was able to deflect the inbound and save the ball for Bob Jones. Trevor Brunson will inbound. 41.1 on the clock. And Brunson's inbound pass goes out of bounds, and the Pioneers will get it back. Tucker will go to inbound, or Joyce. Now Joyce will go to inbound. And a late sub. Josh Dorsey will check back in for the Bruins, in for Pittman. Tucker takes the inbound pass, misses underneath, tipped around, and Pope got the loose ball. Pope, and blocked on the baseline by Frederick. He'll go to the line for 2. 3rd foul on Frederick, 10th team foul on the Pioneers. And double bonus time for Bob Jones. Pope will go to the line. Devin Pope now 6 of 9 from the free throw line today. Colton Ralston checking in for the Pioneers, in for Tucker. So Pope's only hope now is to make this a 3-point game with 35.3 to go. And Pope gets that friendly roll. 34 for Pope. Joyce directing traffic. Smith wanted the 3, gets it to Ralston, across to Bailey, and Bailey's 3 may be deflected. Dorsey grabs the rebound after it was deflected by Murray, and a foul with 11.8 on the clock. Foul is on Ralston, his 3rd, and so Dorsey will go to the free throw line for 2. This is the first trip to the free throw line today for Dorsey, and he has only attempted 28 free throws this season. But Dorsey gets the first one to go, and that's a big one. Makes it a 2-possession game. One more for Dorsey. And Dorsey gets 1 of 2. Rebound by Joyce off the miss. And a miss underneath, and Bob Jones will hold on in overtime. 93-89. Bob Jones moves on to play in the 5th place game tomorrow. The Bruins improved to 15-7. And Campbellsville, Harrodsburg sees their season end 15-11. All right, so let's go now to our play of the game. And it will be the layup by Devin Pope, which gives him a career high in points. So it was a tough layup there. That gave him 33 at the time. He added a free throw to make it 34. But Devin Pope with our play of the game. 34 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Devin Pope. Also contributing to the win, Trevor Brunson, 19 points. Chad Vanderhart, 15. Braxton Murray with 10. For the Pioneers, Evan Frederick, 26. And Braden Smith with 18. So again, your final score here from Minneapolis is Bob Jones 93, Campbellsville Harrodsburg 89. Bob Jones moves on to Championship Saturday to play for the 5th place game. To watch this entire game on demand, as well as games from other NCCAA National Championships, visit nccaaNetwork.com or download the NCCAA Network app on your TV streaming device. Stay tuned. In approximately 20 minutes, we will have our next game, Grace Christian versus Champion Christian. Until then,